Welcome to This Week in West Hempstead, sponsored by Spiegel Law PC, 516-873-1683, Tiffany Dry Cleaners, I&D Glot Market, and Reister's Bakery. Here are your hosts, David and Norm. Take it away, gentlemen.
All right, Dan, and great to be back in the studio, Norm.
Pleasure to be here.
Whoa, temperatures are like a heat wave. Halloween, we're talking about record temperatures, and it hasn't rained. It's like a little bit of rain, but we're in a drought situation.
My grass is just browned out.
Oh, it's just toast. We don't have sprinkler systems like Dan has, so.
Yeah, now I'm feeling a little guilty. Maybe I shouldn't have had mine turned off last week. I'll leave it going a little while.
But wow, it's we could really use a good rain. The big story is this early voting that's taking place in West Hempstead. Started on Saturday. There were huge lines. There were lines going out the door on Saturday, Sunday. I voted yesterday. It took me approximately 35 minutes from beginning to end.
People have waited over an hour. I voted today 5 minutes.
That's unbelievable.
5 minutes.
Well, you must have caught like the best time. Maybe they figured out exactly what
I will tell you, it was about 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock in the afternoon, midweek. Perfect time.
Yeah, all right. Well, there you go. So,
well, you got to get it done now. You got to get it done next Tuesday.
Yeah,
after that, you're up a creek.
I have a feeling Election Day is going to be a real mess. So try to get it done early if you can. Hey, I do want to, give a shout out to the library for organizing, or at least working and making this all happen.
It's always a well-oiled machine, and also the election workers.
Yeah, the election officials.
They're amazing.
And especially they went out of their way while everyone was sitting online, and they're all fetching. You can go look that up. They were looking for people that needed handicap access, and they were pulling people off the line, taking them in the elevator, giving them a direct route to voting. So that was really great. One other just minor bug point, which is that the library area before you go into the voting, it was hot as hell there. There was no air. People are just standing. If you don't have an air conditioning vent, at least get a fan going, because it was a real trouble.
Well, I mean, they expected the end of October. They weren't going to need it, I'm sure. But I assume the ballot, there's a couple things on. There's at least one proposition or something.
Yeah, there's Proposition 1 on the back of the ballot, and then there's a whole bunch of judges and other things. But the thing that always drives me crazy for the great for the democratic process, it was the same names on the Republican and Democratic Party, all up and down the line. So,
many of them. Well, I guess the consensus is that these are the right people for the job.
Or maybe nobody else
is running. Yeah.
Maybe nobody wants to be a family court judge. I don't know.
I guess.
Well, that's crazy, but you know what?
I like that it was well organized. You don't have to go to a specific table anymore. You can go to any table that opens up. They have your name on a list, a digitized list. There's no book that they flip through anymore. It's great.
I don't know. I'd go for the book. I'd go for showing ID. I want those old booths where you had to close the curtain and you had to go do that thing. You felt like you actually voted. I put things into a scanner. It just doesn't do it for me.
You can't even do that at the school elections anymore, right? I think they've upgraded to the scanners too for the school stuff.
There's none of those big machines. They're probably like...
in Arizona and Georgia, I think you have to give DNA and blood.
So, talking about the school district recently did a survey on kosher meals.
Interesting.
And they just sent out a survey very recently on halal meals. And you know what? I'm not sure exactly what it's going to be. I did reach out to Dan Riemann, haven't heard from him yet about the results.
I'm sure there are 2 or 3 vegetarians. There are going to be a couple of people that have other kinds of diet restrictions.
Well, that's the issue. What about people who have allergies that are like one-offs, and even for the general allergies and stuff like that?
I don't know what you can do about one-offs, but obviously nuts, dairy is a big deal. Yeah, and I think that's something they're going to have to approach.
Well, but on the other hand, I mean, I don't think it's a bad idea to find out. My own kid is at the secondary school, and I'm sure there's enough kosher kids around and enough halal eating kids around that it was worth asking the question. I mean, there's somebody's got some weird diet where they're only allowed to eat orange potato chips. I mean, we're not going to do surveys for that, but...
No, but my kids have serious allergies for nuts and sesame seeds. I mean, enough to send them to the hospital. Yeah. So if the kid next to you is eating that kind of stuff, you got a problem.
No, it's true. Or you could be like me and go through high school out of a vending machine.
My kind of food.
So high school football, the West Hempstead Rams, they improved their record to 4-3. They had a victory over Carl Place, 21-14. They play East Rockaway next on November 2nd. They're sixth in the league, and that's in the Section 8 Conference 4 Football League. And Cold Spring Harbor is the head of that league or conference with a record of 7-0. So great going for the Rams. Let's get 2 in a row this week.
Go Rams.
So, Norm, I want to follow up on the story of the woman who was murdered outside of a restaurant, Hempstead Turnpike, a couple of weeks back.
They made a very quick arrest.
They did make a quick arrest in New Jersey, and the person who was arrested, Eric Gonzalez, has now pleaded not guilty in the fatal stabbing of his mother-in-law. So this is a person that he knew. Terrible story. His 2-year-old child was there, when this all happened, and I guess we're going to see how this plays out in the courts.
It's tragic.
Yeah, and
good time for a break?
You know what? Now is really a great time for a commercial break.
Tiffany Dry Cleaner is ready to handle all your cleaning, laundering, and dry cleaning needs. We offer free pickup and delivery Sunday to Friday in all communities. Give us a shot.
All right, and we're back. First I want to give, I want to wish Jeff Wenger should feel well. He fell making deliveries, and he broke his shoulder, had surgery, and he's still back at work. Unbelievable. So, Jeff, we wish you well and wish you a complete recovery.
These are the sacrifices Jeff and Tiffany Dry Cleaners will make for their customers.
It's true. I mean, he was actually telling me it was before the holidays and people were bugging him, and he decided to just get into the van and make the deliveries himself. That's how dedicated he is to his business. You'll never find a better dry cleaner than Jeff.
It's a one of a kind.
So the library is doing a peg game for International Gay Month, and you can go down to the library, pick up these cute little peg things. Norm, what do you think?
I mean, there are all kinds of games in the neighborhood that people are doing it from their homes, but the library is now sponsoring something that sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's one per household, and you can go to the library and pick it up.
They also have a lot of activities going on at the library on a regular basis. Now they have the defensive driving.
Yeah, the defensive driving is November 21st, Thursday, 9:30 to 3:30 p.m. It's $33. Sign up at the library.
And it's almost a guaranteed couple of $100 savings on your insurance.
Yeah,
right?
if you're not doing it,
it's a waste of money.
Send the money to us.
Yeah, and by the way, $33 for a course like that is really, really not bad at all.
It's not bad at all.
It's not bad. Town of Hempstead, Norm, is doing a child car safety program.
So it's a big deal. I mean, under New York state law, there's a restraint law that requires seatbelts, properly installed children's seats. And the county has made it possible, actually through the town of Hempstead, to have somebody who's a professional, a certified technician, look at your car. You can dial at 516-812-3040. That's 516-812-3040. During the summer, they're in all over the neighborhood, but during the winter, fall times, you have to call for an appointment at Spenno Memorial Park in East Meadow, and they'll make an appointment for you between 9 a.m. and 2 p.m.
Yeah. And this is super important, especially for the older people out there who may have grandparents, who may be grandparents or great-grandparents. You don't know what you're doing with the car seat. I sit there for a half hour. I'm like,
they're
no
a pain in the
idea.
neck. Sometimes you have to snap them into a loop that's in behind the seat.
Yeah.
You can't get your hand in there. They will do it for you. They'll make sure it's done right. This is a life and death deal. Do it right.
Yeah. So Halloween is coming up. Go out and go buy your candy. You may need a pair of shorts because it's going to be record-breaking temperatures.
Yeah.
Maybe go to Stop and Shop and get those discounted candies that they have there. And while you're at Stop and Shop, take that stupid robot that runs around. Go trick-or-treating with that. That is like the scariest thing that's out there.
Do you think that has any effect on anybody?
No.
I mean,
no.
it is
Horrible.
crazy.
That and the loudspeaker, warning people that they're under surveillance.
Oh, outside in the parking lot.
Yeah, you just feel like you're...
They have it at Home Depot and at Lowe's. What's the deal with that?
I have no idea.
Maybe we should put the robot outside in the parking lot and they can duke it out together.
I think so. I think that would be a great match.
Or maybe two robots. Go ahead.
I may be the only one here who's ever watched, was it Battle Bots or something?
No, I used to love BattleBots. That was great. I think we got a good series coming up. And so we have Restores has specials of the week. Dan, do you...
Tons and tons of Halloween stuff. I was in there taking a look at it, and some amazing work. They've got some cakes that are just unbelievable, really beautifully decorated. They got all kinds of pumpkin stuff and cake pops and all kinds of great stuff. Anything that you would want for Halloween is available there. They got all kinds of stuff, so head over there and pick something up.
Yeah, all things pumpkin at Restores.
The place is beautiful.
It is amazing. And you know what? I love seeing kids who are eating there and just having a great time with their muffins and cupcakes. They just go to Restores. You'll never be disappointed. And finally, Creative Corner. If you're planning a birthday party for young or old, give them a call at 516-385-8782. And that'll wrap it up for this week in West Hempstead. I want to thank you, Norm. I want to thank you, Dan. And have a great week and enjoy your Halloween.
Enjoy the weather.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Please be sure to visit our sponsors, Spiegel Law PC, Tiffany Dry Cleaners, I&D Glot Market, and Reester's Bakery. To find out more or to reach out to us, come visit us on social media at Facebook and Instagram, or visit our website at westhempsteadecho.com.
Welcome to I&D Glot. We love our customers. We have the freshest produce. We have all the groceries you need. We have the best cuts of beef, veal, lamb, chicken for the best price. And of course, a bakery department with all fresh cookies, cakes, and freshest bakery item. And of course, with a takeout department with delicious food. If you need to place an order, do it online. We'll deliver it to you. Or come into the store and shop. We can't wait to see you.